Hey everyone, it's Jared Arnold. I wanted to talk about the results of the survey that we sent out at the end of August with the results. Just really appreciate those who took the time to fill that out. Positive, negative, it was mainly positive. Really wouldn't say there was any negativity, just some great suggestions. And hey, we want honesty and appreciate that. So some things that came up that were pretty common. Let's talk about equipment. One of those being a bike erg. Yeah, we would definitely want to add to our cardio equipment, especially as we get into the winter months and we're not going to be outside running as often. But whether it's a bike erg or more bikes in general, maybe even a few treadmills or a couple of the non-motorized ones. We'll probably be looking into those. We have a lot of new to CrossFit members, and some common themes that came up were lighter dumbbells or more 20-pound dumbbells. We just recently added 20-pound dumbbells, but maybe we need a few more. Look into some 10-pound ones as well. Um, some lighter wall balls as well. Definitely do see the need for that as we look at the mix of our members. An AED, I do apologize. That is something we were targeting to get very early on in the process. Got a grant even through Illinois, but that doesn't cover a whole lot when those are in the $1,500 range, and we just elected not to get one yet. But no excuse. We do care about your safety and everyone's safety, and not that we'd ever expect to use one, but in the event that we might have to someday, yeah, we definitely want to have one on site to save a life if that comes up. Um, we did see some towels for recovery. Sorry, that has been kind of a deal since we started with the towel service. We ended up with one single towel on the first delivery, and then it was a package of 10, and I need to follow up with Centos there. That was primarily it for equipment. So really, it feels like for the most part, we're in pretty good shape. I know there's been a couple of classes I've attended where we've even run out of barbells, but everyone seems to be able to work around that. It's just a good problem to have when we have large classes. I want to address a couple of things, just how things are procedurally done or what we have to offer that came up in the survey. Beginner classes, boy, that was something that came up a few times. And I'll be honest, whenever I first graduated from fundamentals, jumpstart, the beginner class for the week that you have it, I felt like there needed to be something like that to retain myself as a member. But looking back now, I'll give you two different perspectives. One, you just have to work on the movements as they come up in the individual classes. CrossFit is so variable on what the workouts are. Yeah, you may not work on pull ups twice that week, and maybe 3 or 4 times in the month, but just make sure that you're there consistently so that you can grow with those movements. And it's okay if you look like a beginner for several months, if not over a year, because it does take time to develop some of those skills. There's still plenty of things that I can't do, and I own the gym. Am I embarrassed by that? A little, but I just need to continue working on them, and I need to spend the time to do that. So, um, posting the warm ups, that is something that our push press program was started to do automatically just a couple of weeks ago, in the way that the workouts and the warm ups and the post WOD, everything came in automatically. It wasn't how we were putting it in before. So we're going to massage that a little bit. You probably noticed even this week that we put the warm ups on there because we noticed that as well, that we'd like to have those on the television screens. And hey, like me, I saw a few people mention that they would like more strengths during the classes. And for those of you that aren't familiar with that, we would have a section of the class devoted to a particular strength. Maybe it's a 10 reps of something, or a 3 rep max, or just honestly a 1 rep max. It may be a movement that we're actually doing in the workout of the day that we do before we get into that. So I agree. I like the variety, and we don't do enough of that. I think you'll see more of that in the coming weeks. So, hey, I do want to thank everyone for being a part of Route 50 CrossFit. For those of you that I don't work out with, especially at 5:30 a.m., I will try to get in there just so I can see everybody. I'd love to see everybody. I am a little bit of a snob with the 4:30 class because that's when I like to work out and that's when I can work out. But I want to get around to see everybody, and that's important to me that you're supporting us, and I'd like to go make sure I know everybody in every class. So, on behalf of Morgan and I, just want to thank you for the time spent on the survey. And hey, we will continue to make improvements and continue asking your advice on how to do that. So, thanks again. Reach out at any point with or without a survey. We're happy to listen. Take care.